Magaha, how are you related to Adrien Isaac Hernandez?
I'm his stepdad, but I've been in his life since he was around 2.
Okay. And just to cut to the chase, Mr. Magaha, you know that we are here because he has picked up some felony offenses and he has a motion to revoke his felony probation, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the question before the court is, what is going to be different this time if the court were to give him probation and put him on deferred adjudication? What can you assure this court that's going to be different this time to keep him out of trouble?
Well, he's coming back home.
Okay.
And I run a very, very strong household, and he has completed probation when he was staying with us too. And when he did do that, he was living with us.
Okay, so you're talking about some of the priors that he's had.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the court has a whole list of those, and a number of those were dismissed or rejected, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he complete a couple of deferred adjudication probations under your watch?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and are you willing to do whatever it takes to keep him on the straight and narrow should the court grant him one more opportunity to try and behave on one of her probations?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to tell the court that you know is going to be different this time to guarantee or for the court that he's going to be able to be successful?
I mean, he has been successful with me because I do see him because that is my son. So he does listen to me a lot. And like I said before, when he was staying with us and with me, he did. He had a couple of little hiccups, but he was very, very successful when he was at home. So if he does come out, then he'll be coming home. Because I run a very, very tight ship, especially with all of my kids.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Magaha?
I am a farmhand.
Okay. And would you be able to get Adrien some work?
Yes, ma'am, I would.
And would you be able to make sure that he makes all of his appointments and that he gets back on track educationally?
Yes, ma'am. And then on top of that, I'm getting my wife her own vehicle upcoming soon. So she'll be having that. And then I'll be having my truck. So, and then I'll have my work truck too.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell the court?
My son, when he is home, he is very, very successful, especially when I am there. I am very, very stern with him. You can even ask him. He listens to me a lot more because I guess I just have that dad figure for him, that father figure.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do want my son home. If he comes home, I guarantee he'll more 90%, almost 100% that he will be successful.
We'll pass witness.
All right. State.
Yes, sir. So you've been in the defendant's life since he's 2 years old. It's about your testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so your wife is the individual that testified before you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And she testified that you all lived here in San Antonio, Texas until year 2020. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so then both you and her moved to the outskirts of the LA's Texas.
Yes, ma'am. And then we purchased our own property.
Okay. And that's where you're living
Yes, ma'am.
currently, correct? Okay. And so I guess my question is, why was the defendant not living with you at the time that these offenses?
When he wasn't living with us,
Well, why didn't he go with you in 2020?
in 2020, it was like a big old thing that just happened, and incident that happened at the house. So I had to move my.
So I guess my question is, why was the defendant not living with you at the time that these offenses?
When he wasn't living with us,
Well, why didn't he go with you in 2020?
in 2020, it was like a big old thing that just happened, and incident that happened at the house. So I had to move my family out, and then my son stayed with his grandma, if I'm not mistaken. And then he did stay with us a couple more times after that. And then when he was staying with us, he was in school. He had everything done, and everything was good. And then my son is he he almost had it completed, and then when he turned 18, I do believe, that's when he fully moved to San Antonio.
Okay. So when he turned 18, then he moved out from you and his mom and returned back to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And so it's your testimony that, you know, he's been successful in the time of living with the contract, and you described the problems that he's had as hiccups. But you would agree with me that there's some pretty big hiccups, right?
I have some pretty big hiccups too.
Okay, that's not what I'm at. You think that it's a bit, would you describe it just as a hiccup, an aggravated robbery, where he knows that his friends have guns and they're stealing property from people?
On
Is
that
that
end, ma'am,
a hiccup?
I do not know. I do not know because I was not there.
Well, I'm asking you.
So,
Do you think,
on-
listen to my question, do you think that him acting along with his co-defendants, if he sees his co-defendant has a gun and they're pointing it at an innocent civilian and taking that civilian's property, do you think that is a big hiccup or a little hiccup?
I couldn't even see my son doing that in the first place.
Listen to the question.
That is the, I'm giving you an answer,
The
ma'am.
facts that I described to you, is that a big or little hiccup?
On that end, I do not know, ma'am.
Is it a big or little hiccup?
I was not with him.
The facts that I'm describing to you, if somebody pointed a
can't
gun
say
at your
that,
face
ma'am.
and took your property, would
I
that be a
cannot
big or
say
little
that.
hiccup?
I cannot say he did or did not because he was not with me.
Asked him, answer,
So,
judge, and
say-
argumentative.
Or
Excuse me. So, just listen to the question and answer the question, okay? All right, you can ask your question.
Facts that I described to you, hypothetically,
hypothetically.
if
Okay.
somebody acted along with another co-defendant and one co-defendant had a firearm and pointed it at an innocent civilian and the other person started taking that civilian's property, would you describe that as a big or little hiccup?
I would call that as a big hiccup, yes, ma'am.
We pass away.
We have nothing further.
All right, sir. Thank you for giving me some insight into your stepson. I appreciate you coming in to testify.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Call your next witness.
We have no further witnesses.
All right.
And
This is where the tone shifts. Calling aggravated robbery a hiccup doesn't land well in court, and the judge knows it. Legally speaking, aggravated robbery with a firearm is considered a violent felony, not a mistake or misstep. Watch how the judge reframes the narrative here. Question for you. Should family loyalty soften how the court views serious charges? Or does it risk minimizing real harm?